Hey everyone, Jake here for Extreme Terrain, and in this video we're taking a look at the Raxium Axial Series LED taillights with black housings and clear lenses fitting 2021 and newer Broncos equipped with factory halogen taillights. If your Bronco is still sporting the original halogen taillights and you'd like to upgrade without having to spend a fortune, allow me to introduce you to these lights from Raxium. The Axial Series LEDs here are going to provide your Bronco with some cool good looks and plenty of additional lighting output for one of the best prices in the segment. The Bronco is now getting the same treatment most Jeeps did in that there is a ton of aftermarket lighting options out there. Now I happen to like these because they take some cues from the original Ford LED taillights, but they have their own twist. The running lights on the outer edges here have this neat 3D hourglass type of shape. They're a bit more angular than the factory style LEDs, but these are still gonna light up a nice diffused red, giving your Bronco a distinctive look, especially in the dark. Hitting the brakes or turn signals illuminates more LEDs in the center and down here on the bottom. Again, a very unique setup here, and these are gonna put out a ton more light than your factory halogen bulbs because they are LEDs. Of course, you're also going to get LED reverse lights as well, one on either side of the main housing here. So when you're backing into that dark campsite, you'll be able to see much more than you would with those factory halogens. Now I feel like these could have been an option right off the showroom floor with the way they look and integrate as well, especially considering they are a plug and play installation, but we'll talk more about that momentarily. Construction is your typical ABS plastic for the outer housings with polycarbonate lenses over top. Pretty much the standard fare for automotive lighting. These are of course going to be weather sealed to keep out dirt and moisture, keep the electronics inside nice and safe and dry. And since these are fully LED, they're going to be brighter and longer lasting than standard incandescent bulbs, so you don't have to worry about replacing them. They are also DOT and SAE approved, meaning that they are fully street legal too, and they come ready to plug in with the included resistors already set and ready to go, making it easy for you. Pricing for the set comes in at about $275, and that makes them a pretty affordable option. They're actually one of the most affordable full LED taillight options out there for the Bronco, so if you want that upgraded output and some good looks to go along with it, this is a small price to pay to get you there. More good news when we talk about installation. We're gonna give this a 1 out of 3 on our difficulty meter, and the whole job should take you around 45 minutes, maybe an hour to complete. These are fully plug and play, so no wiring or other modifications are necessary. You can just pop your old ones out, put these in their place, and go enjoy. We're gonna walk you through that process now, so for that, let's head on out to the shop.
For this install, you will need an impact, 7, 8, and 10 millimeter sockets, a clip removal tool, and a small pry tool. What's up guys, today we're going to be doing some taillights on our Bronco, so let's get started. Alright, so our first step is going to be to separate our rear section of our rear flare from the body of the vehicle so we can access our lower trim panel around our taillight. Now this is held in just by some turnstile clips, so what we're going to do is just pop those down. You want to do at least 2, and we can pull this away like so. And that just keeps us from having to deal with that while we get this trim panel off. Now we can remove this lower trim panel. Now this is just held in place by some push clips. So we're just gonna pull this out, like so. And there's 2 more up front. So you need to pull this forward. And pop that out, and you can set that aside. Next we're gonna remove this inner trim piece. Now this is held on by 4 push clips along this side, and then 2 10 millimeter screws. So we're gonna remove the push clips first with our clip removal tool. Now this first one, pretty hidden up top. We'll get in there, work that out. Now we'll come down and get these 3. Now once you have all these out, you can get your 2 10 millimeter screws out with your 10 mil socket on your impact or ratchet. Try not to drop them. And we're going to finagle this trim piece out. Gonna have to persuade it out of the top. Next we can remove this trim panel. That is held in by this 10 millimeter screw at the bottom. So again with our 10 mil socket, pop that out. Now once you have your screw out, pop your trim panel out. Now we're going to remove the 10 millimeter screw down on the outside and the 2 8 millimeter screws on the inside holding our taillight in. We've got our 10 mil socket, we'll get this one out first. Next we'll grab our 8 millimeter socket and remove the 2 remaining screws. Now we can remove and unplug our tail light. Pop this out, grab onto our connector, push down on our tab, unplug that, and we'll set this aside. Now once you have this side out, you can do the same thing for the other side. All right, so now that we have our factory tail light out, we're gonna have to take some things off of it to swap over to our new setup. We're gonna have to remove the factory mounting bracket. So we've got a piece of styrofoam up on our table. You definitely wanna use a towel or the styrofoam out of your packaging. So once you turn this over, you don't wanna scratch the lens or housing, especially on your new one. So this is held in by 4 7mm screws. So we're gonna take our 7mm socket and remove those first. Once you've got those removed, we're also going to remove our bulb, sockets, and harness. We'll give those a quarter turn counterclockwise to unseat those, like so. You also want to get your wires out of the retainers going around it. We can lay this off to this side. We'll pick our harness up, move our tail light aside. Now we're going to remove our connector part of our harness from our mounting bracket. Now you're going to need a small pry tool because this does have a mounting clip on the back of it, which is kind of snug. So you want to just wedge that in between your connector and that mounting tab. And you just want to pull up and get that out. So we can set our harness aside. And we're going to mount this to our new taillight assembly. Bring this over, lay it down. Make sure your connector goes through your bracket and line up our mounting holes. Now you do have a ballast back here, a resistor, the wires going out of that. You want to make sure you don't pinch those in the process of mounting this. Just be a little cautious with them. Once we get those lined up, we can reinstall our 7mm screws. We'll get one loosely started with our 7mm socket. Now one thing to keep in mind when tightening these down, you are tightening into a plastic bracket and a plastic light, so there's no need to over tighten these. You don't want to crack your brand new tail light. Just go very light with it. Now that we have all these in place, we can do the same thing for the other side and we'll be ready to go onto our vehicle. So now we can install our taillight. So we're going to start by plugging our factory connector in. I want to make sure that clicks down into place. We're going to set our taillight in. We'll make sure that's not pinching anything. And we're going to get one of our 8mm screws loosely in place just to hold it. And we're going to get our 8mm socket and tighten that first one down. And we'll get our other 8mm screw back in. Then we'll get our 10mm screw into the lower outside. Now that we have our tail light secured, we're going to pop our upright trim back into place. Line that up. Snap that back in. Then we'll reinstall that lower 10mm screw. Then we'll reinstall our lower trim panel. Now we'll get this in place. Line up our front locators. Get those snapped back in. Our side panel back on. Then we can reattach our flare. Just give that a push back into place. Then we'll give those locking tabs a quarter turn clockwise to lock them back in. Next we'll reinstall our inner trim panel. Just have to finagle this in from the top. This grommet behind it does kind of get in your way. Just have to work that in. Once you get past that, it should set right into place. Then we'll get our two 10mm screws back in. And lastly, we can reinstall our 4 push clips. Don't forget this one up top. And once you have this side all back together, you can do the same thing for the other side. Alrighty folks, that about wraps up our review and install of our Raxium Axial Series LED taillights with black housings and clear lenses for your 21 to current Bronco with factory halogen taillights. Thanks for watching, and as always, for everything Bronco, keep it right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.